Welcome back to Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Peace World. We're almost there, guys. It's been growing really fast the last week since I've been asking you guys to sub. I really do appreciate it. We're almost at 100K. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
This is also my Hinge profile. Let's talk about it. So I've been on Hinge for the last 2 years on and off, and I found myself to be generally unsuccessful. I probably get on average 1 like every 3 or 4 days, and I tend not to
1 like every 3 to 4 days, and she's unsuccessful, man. Unsuccessful. How many likes do we get? I think I get once every other 2 months or something when I was on the apps.
get any matches whenever I send likes out. So I decided to try out the Hinge X subscription. As you can see, you get unlimited likes per day and your profile is just boosted to more people. But even with having the Hinge X subscription, I found that I still wasn't getting any likes on my profile.
It's because you're a bit of a torta, girl. Maybe lose some weight.
And so I always thought like maybe Hinge is broken, maybe my profile is not being boosted, and maybe the service is just not offering what it claims to. And I will also add that on my profile, I have my race set to black and white just so that my profile can be shown to as many people as possible. But even with all of that, my Hinge still wasn't getting any traction. And so I thought, let's put Hinge to the test. Is Hinge broken or do people just not like me? And sorry to this girl, this is just for science purposes, but I kept every single thing on my profile the same. I kept my prompts the same, my job, height, race, school, everything. Like I kept the race the same too. And after 24 hours of simply just changing the pictures on my Hinge profile, I found that I had 30 matches and 15 likes still pending.
Yeah, girl. It's you.
Will also preface this by saying that I generally prefer black men, so I was only sending out likes to black men. But what's interesting is how they interact with white women. And what I noticed here is that not only are black men matching instantly, but they are also initiating dates just as fast. As you can see here, I matched with this man, put in absolutely no effort, and he's offered me out for drinks at Electric Lemon. Here again, absolutely no effort, and his man is complimenting how fine this lady is. Apparently being cute is a crime. This man is gonna let me dog sit. We are also fighting couples together. The men, they're responding. The men are complimenting. Again, like I said, initiating dates. And I probably got axed out on like 7 or 8 dates.
You do realize you're just catfishing people now, do you?
Mind you, within 24 hours. When I tell you, when I'm on Hinge, on my profile, I have to pull tooth and nail just to get a guy to ask me out on a date. And, you know, I wonder why. This man says, type of woman is safe before the kids in a fire. Another one says, can I just fan you with a palm leaf and feed you grapes? Respectfully though. And here's another one. Just after talking for a few hours, he's already asking me out on a date. I mean, these men are basically throwing themselves at white women at this point. And so after 24 hours of using,
I don't think it has to do with a white woman. It just has to do with her being more prettier and a little bit more attractive than you.
the Hinge X subscription with different profile pictures, I found that the Hinge app is not broken. It is just the users. And so it was interesting to see the drastic difference in how much attention these two profiles were getting after simply just changing the pictures. It does show that the Hinge X...
You seem to just keep gravitating around the white and blackness, but you're not gravitating around the thickness of the pictures also. I'm just saying.
Subscription does work for its intended purposes. However, these men are just not checking for us.
Have at it, P. Have at it.
Ma'am. So let me make sure I'm understanding this correctly.
Steel
Your
man.
green screen, right? There's a picture of you and there's a picture of an in-shape white woman, right? And the only difference you see is race.
Right?
I don't want to get done for bullying here. Okay?
We're not bullying.
Online dating is about attractiveness. The more attractive you are, the more likes you're going to get. That's how it works. Better looking, more likes. That's what online dating is. Why didn't you compare yourself to an in-shape black woman?
Right?
A good-looking in-shape black woman. And see how many likes they're getting. They're getting a lot of likes.
They do.
This doesn't have anything to do with race. It has everything to do with attraction. You can be a black woman or a black man and be ugly despite your race.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to have anything to do with your race if you're just ugly. A lot of people get this twisted. You can be any race and be ugly. Just like you can be any race and be attractive. The dating app is telling you what side you're on.
The point of yesterday's video was to highlight the fact that black men do not like black women, and y'all decided to come for my weight instead. It's literally been statistically proven that...
Is she literally trying to defend herself right now? Oh my.
Black men are the most likely to date outside their race. So I'm not understanding why...
It's actually, I think black women and Asian women are the most likely to date outside of their race.
Everybody's coming for my weight.
Yes, black men most likely to date outside their race. But I believe it's like 15%.
Yeah.
That means 85%. And again, I'm not bullying here. 85% of black men date within their race. Your likes or your lack of likes have nothing to do with your race. It's about how you look. You can be black and beautiful. You know that, right? You can be black and beautiful. That's a thing. There are black women who
there are some beautiful black women.
Models, Instagram models on dating apps that have no problem, but they're black. How am I having to explain this?
Especially when people were in the comments saying that they are also smaller and they do not get matches on Hinge. But also a lot of people in the comments were saying that I should do the same thing with a thicker white woman and see what the results are. So let's take a look. So this is my sister. She's thick. And by the way, again, this is for research purposes only. The account is now down. Again, I only changed the pictures, keeping every single thing else on my profile the same. And just
she still looks less thick than you, girl.
After 8 hours, she already has 26 likes on her profile. Who said black men don't like plus size women? Here we go again, setting up time to meet. She's literally getting matches. This is my favorite one because he's even offering to train.
I mean, I do admit black women are the lowest in the totem pole of looks when it comes to the dating apps or when in matches. I'm sorry, not looks. That might have been bad. But in matches, just because most men are not really attracted to the black features for women.
So the black men also want to help white women lose weight. Again, look at it. Look at it. Once again, they're initiating conversation. So clearly it's not an issue when black men are also liking plus size white women. And a lot of people in the comments are saying that I should either broaden my race preference or change my location. But for the purpose of this video, we are focusing on black men. And to the men in the comments that were calling me ugly and facially challenged, I'm sorry.
I don't think they're wrong, girl. You might not feel that way, but you kind of are.
Y'all are further proving my point. And just as I'm editing this video, we got another trainer. So who said black men don't like plus size women?
Nobody said black men don't like plus size women. Which is why you not getting likes is a you problem. Does being fat make you less attractive? In the eyes of society, yes. But that doesn't mean that you can't be fat and attractive, which is why there are...
I actually know quite a bit of big girls that have very beautiful faces, and they're somewhat proportioned. They're just bigger, but still beautiful.
There are some plus size women who would do fine because you can be plus sized and be attractive. But clearly, you don't fall into that category. Do you get it? Your plus sizeness is probably hindering you in dating. Whereas there are some women, it don't really matter. They do fine either way. And again, I don't want this to come across as bullying. I just found the lack of self-awareness to be absolutely incredible. And then trying to put this on black men, your unsuccessfulness in dating is a you problem. It's a you problem. It's not a black man problem. It's a you problem. Because,
as I can say for most of us, it's our problem too. You know, the problems we have in dating ourselves, it's our problem. It's our fault. Yeah, the women don't make it much better, but it's still our fault.
There's no other race of men that are into thicker, plus size women more than black men.
Correct.
Black men actually made 100%. All that stuff popular. The reason why all these women are getting BBLs is because black men made it popular. It's what black men like.
True.
Legitimately shocked that the school shooter from today is a girl, a 15-year-old girl. Natalie, aka Samantha, was obsessed with true crime as well as other school shootings.
True crime. To me, that's always one of the bigger red flags. If women love true crime and just like murder documentaries, because they know how to kill you.
Here she is wearing the same exact shirt as Eric Harris from Columbine. No one can convince me that she just coincidentally had this shirt. This photo has been shared all around, but her boyfriend says that he feels that was edited and that is what she looked like to him. She apparently posted a link to her manifesto, but people weren't able to access it. However, she also sent it to her boyfriend, who did release parts of it to a news source. She claimed that she got the weapon to do this through lies, manipulation, and the stupidity of her father. She had often considered taking her own life, but thought that this would be better than just going out in a boring
Wow. You just want to just murder people so then that be a boring life? You horrible person.
unaliving, because this way she could create mass pain and always be remembered in the worst possible way. Natalie also had a very obvious hatred for men. It didn't matter if they were babies or the elderly. She also said she was bullied and treated like she wasn't part of her family, like she was the wrong child. She definitely disliked her father. There were so many signs here. Even the post she was making of very horrifying things should have been a sign. A 15-year-old girl posting graphic videos of people literally passing away. In what world is that normal behavior, and why was it ignored?
I don't know if you
Because
guys
she's a
saw this
woman.
story, but really, really sad. Apparently 3 people died or something like that. You guys let me know in the comments. But another school shooting, man. Look, listen. A lot of you guys live in America. Guns are normal, right? It's a part of the culture, whatever the case is. But from the outside looking in, that shit is so weird and scary. The fact that guns are just normal, kids can just, like, madness. But
I don't think it's normal the way you're saying it, P. It's only normal because people are not good gun owners. Does that make sense? Yes, guns can be easily accessed, but not for kids like that. But the parents that do own the guns, where these kids are getting access to a lot of these guns, it's mostly from the parents. There are some that are able to get it from the black market. I'm not saying there isn't. And I think it's just a lot of gun owners don't protect their guns enough from their kids because they don't think their kids are going to go out and do crazy things like this. But it is what it is.
the fact that this woman was a misandrist, very interesting, because I've been told that misogyny is violence and misandry is just, you can just turn off the internet and misandry doesn't exist. Clearly not today, right? Clearly not today. But also, these misandrists, man, they can never leave men alone. Like, they have to have boyfriends. I don't get it. Very,
Right?
very weird. This is a young child that clearly she was troubled, probably had a lot going on in her family life. And it's sad because not only is the life of the 3 people over, she ended her life as well in a really, really pointless act of violence.
Men being men and women being women. If a woman's making more than a man, if a woman is doing more, like say a man's moving into my house that I bought, the ego, that dynamic, is just not gonna work. You have to think logically. Love is very low on the list.
Said the silent part out loud, and
Did you just say love is very low on the list? Jeez.
we as men have always understood that a woman's ego and pride will get in the way of a lot of things. With all due respect, women fought to be seen as equal. But now, if a woman makes more than a man, she doesn't see herself as an equal the same way she wanted to be seen. She sees herself better than. Now that you see
superior.
yourself better than, you display the same quality traits that you've critiqued in men for years. There are women to this day that are with people and or with men that think that they are better than the woman because they pay all the bills and or they're the breadwinner in the family. Women have always critiqued that about men. But now that some women are in these positions, they display the exact same poor qualities that men have done to them. To land the plane, isn't it funny that when some people get the power that they've always criticized in others and how they've handled it, they end up being the exact same person they couldn't stand?
Well, look, this shouldn't be that surprising, right? Women are more like men than ever before.
Yep.
Women are probably closer to men than they are those women back in the 50s, right? I've spoken about this on my channel before. This is something that has been drilled into my head pre-teen. Make sure you have your own place when you get older. Make sure you never move in with a woman. Make sure that if for whatever reason you move in with a woman, you have your own place that you can go to if anything happens. Because the woman is right. When women are in the power position financially in the relationship, they don't like it. And they often try to make out that it's the men that feel insecure, but unless that man is financially dependent on you, your money isn't going to matter to him. It's often the women who are taking the slight jabs at the man. It's often the women who bring up the finances. So, this doesn't surprise me, and this woman is absolutely correct.
I get that you turn everything into a joke. I think you do that really to protect yourself as an armor. I don't think you actually think it's funny, but to recognize that like you're a beautiful young girl, and you're never going to have the prospects. You're not going to have a man that wants to have a family with you because they're going to see you as damaged goods. Your mother partaking in that, just so you know, is a form of abuse. It is. It's abusive.
I personally don't see it as that. I mean, my mum's just trying to help me. But what then would you suggest my mother does?
Try to talk you out of it. Like a mom. Mom is supposed to guide their children when they're doing decisions like that and say, listen, I understand you may think this is that, or you may think it's this way, but you're a beautiful young girl. You have your entire future ahead of you. You have two parents that love you. You could marry a man and raise children and have a happily ever after. Or you could be the girl who everyone knows, who can't have a child that goes to school without people making fun of them. I mean, imagine having a son and they say like, your mom's on the internet, I watched her get by 100 men, or a daughter, something which is just like, it's so precious, that relationship between.
This clip comes up quite a bit, and I'm going to keep playing these clips just because, damn. When you guys have your own daughters, or when, I know there's some women that watch my channel too, protect your daughters. Don't prostitute out your daughters. Don't be a pimp to your kids. This is crazy. Again, and the last time we saw this one, I said it, I know quite a bit of women that have fathers and mothers that pretty much pimp them out doing sex work because they help pay the bills, they help do a lot of these things for them, and they need the help. It doesn't make it much better than that because they need the help.
A mother and their daughter.
Candace Owens, you might as well talk to a brick. Okay, why are you even, look, I get it, it's for the content, but why you even waste your time? You're talking about marriage. Candace Owens is talking about marriage to a woman that got bust out by 100 guys? What a waste of time. Her mom's back in it.
No, CP, I don't think it's a waste of time. It might feel like a waste of time, but when you care, you're obviously going to say things. This is where in the comments section, people are like, oh, I don't want unsolicited advice. I think it's fucking bullshit and whatever it is. And it's just like, people only usually give unsolicited advice because they care, especially if it's advice that's going to make you upset. So there's no reason to be upset at advice. Advice is made to help you out. If it doesn't, or you're against that advice, it's okay. Take it in and just, move on. But you don't have to be upset at people trying to give you advice or, trying to give advice, because we care. We want to give that advice. If it works, wonderful. Even has a 0.0001% chance of working, it might be worth the 10 minutes of breath that I use to give them that advice.
Her dad's back in it, but you're trying to talk to her about marriage?
I can somewhat agree with you.
Having a child? Listen, I get it, right? There are some people out there who think, everybody should have their worldview, or their worldview is the correct worldview, and this is how people should live. But sometimes you just gotta let people be the way they are, man.
True. I get you.
She's never gonna be a wife.
I can almost positively guarantee that.
It's not for everyone. Some people just can't be saved.
I'm walking in the gym. It's a push day. I get to my bench. I put down my bag. I look over and it's a girl right next to me. Now, mind you, bro, it's 45 degrees outside right now.
It's cold.
In other words, it's colder than a bitch. So I'm looking at the girl next to me. As I look a little bit closer, she's taking off her hoodie, and I peep that this girl got a damn napkin skirt on. Raw dogging that bitch. I don't know how girls be rocking their clothes now, but for some odd reason, I feel like you shouldn't be rocking it like that. And if you don't know what a napkin skirt is, bro, just search that shit up on TikTok, bro. It's gonna pop up. The shit weird. We're in a damn gym, not the fucking strip club. I understand a pump cover, because sometimes I come in with my hoodie, and then I take it off, go straight to the tank top. But this is completely different, sis. You damn, bro, you showing all your good shit out. And what makes it worse, I'm not even staring at the girl, but I noticed that she's doing a leg day. You want to do a leg day the day you got all your goodies showing? damn skirt higher than giraffe pussy. Like, you obviously want attention. Shit, you got it from me. Overall, bro, it's just some shit you shouldn't be wearing to the gym, and it's some shit you shouldn't be wearing in the cold. And this shit is both of them.
Wait for it.
This woman put up a post saying that men are predators in the gym and that women should have their own gym. Then proceeded to put up this video to label this man as an example of one of those predators. Now, women are absolutely harassed in gyms.
I'm not even sure what the hell happened in the video.
Gyms and in society, and it needs to stop. But you are not one of them. And this video is a slap in the face to women that truly are victims. If you zoom in on this video, you can clearly see that man is not looking at you. He may look in your direction for a literal half second, but then it seems that he's checking himself out in the mirror or just zoning out during his workout.
I did see him kind of do like a
you film
self-checkout
him
thing
the entire time. Did you ever stop to think what labeling that man as a predator, posting this video, could do to him, to his family, in that gym, his community, his job, and all for what? So you can get some likes and attention on social media? Shame on you. Now, I don't know what the law is where you're at, but that man should absolutely be able to take legal action against you. And that gym should kick your ass out. You need to do better. Mind your own business.
The gym culture is getting very ridiculous. The recordings in gym.
I actually thought it was getting better. There was a lot less gym videos because it was really big at the beginning of the year. I covered a lot of gym videos at the beginning of the year. I guess because it's January coming back again, everybody's going back to the gym again. It all comes back again. The cycle continues.
And the lack of clothing in gym, it makes you feel so uncomfortable. When you're working out and then you look in the mirror and you see a woman wearing nothing, basically. Now you have to actively not look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to actively do something to pretend that this person over here doesn't exist. We live in a society where being a victim is actually cool. It gets you brownie points.
It does.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. I feel so sorry for you, queen. I can't believe you had to go through that. They love that. In that second video, anyone in their right mind can see the guy is flexing. He's checking his
that's what it looked
stuff.
like. That's why I was
Completely
confused.
normal. You see it all the time in the gym. But she wants the attention so bad that she's convinced herself that the guy is staring at her. It's antisocial behavior.
Well, it's also anti-men.
Hey y'all, so this is day 2 of me experiencing Bell's palsy and pregnancy. I'm a content creator, so I'm going to be transparent so y'all can just know what to look for while you're pregnant. If you don't know what Bell's palsy is, it's a form of facial paralysis.
Oh.
As you can see, I have a droop and I'm slurring on some of my words.
Oh, poor girl.
Yesterday, I threw my mom a surprise 50th birthday party, so I woke up at 6 a.m. My mouth was kind of numb, but there were no signs. You couldn't visually see a droop. I just was my mouth was feeling funny. So as hours went by, as I would get something to drink, it would just kind of pour out of my mouth. I kept wasting my drink on me. And I was like, what is really going on today? I know I'm not just being clumsy. So it wasn't until we got to the surprise party, which we got there 1:40 so all the guests could get settled. My older cousin was like, I think you have Bell's palsy. And I was like, what? She was like, you're just not smiling right. And I'm not embarrassed, so I'll show y'all how I'm smiling.
Oh.
I literally cannot
I feel for this girl.
smile on one side of my face. And this eye was a little blurry all day, and I just kept blinking. I was like, I can't see, Mom. I went home and I wiped my makeup off because my eye kept tearing up, which is another sign of Bell's palsy, the tearing of the eye. So y'all look out for that while you're pregnant. Bell's palsy does not come until the third.
Wait. It's a temporary thing? It's a permanent thing? She's making it seem like... Okay, I'm confused.
Third trimester, and it's typically due to the buildup of fluid. I was told by the nurse today that it may not go away until after I deliver the baby. I'm not nervous. I'm not scared. Y'all know I am an RN, so I didn't go into panic mode. I knew it wasn't a stroke. Like, it just is what it is right now.
Look, shouts out to this lady, okay?
Sucks.
I hope everything goes fine with her. I hope her pregnancy is fine.
That's a horrible thing to go through while you're pregnant.
I hope she recovers. I hope everything goes well. But you're telling me, right, that as a woman, you can go through pregnancy. Not only are you risking your life, you have all these things that can happen. There's so many different random things that can happen to you as a woman. Your whole face could shut down. There are women out here having babies for bums?
Yep. Damn. P. You're right? The dangers of getting pregnant and all of these things, women are taking that danger with bums. Broke, dusty, musty crusties.
I don't get it.
Me neither.
I don't get it.
I mean, it makes a lot more sense why women back in the day were a lot more selective. Giving birth was a lot more dangerous than it is now with modern technology and medical technology. I believe back in the day, women were dying pretty frequently by giving birth.
There are women out there who are having babies with men who are saying, I don't want to have a baby with you. But you're risking it with all of this is possible? If I was a woman, man, you would have to prove so much to me, for me to have a baby with you. Because there's no way. There are too many things that can go wrong. There are too many risks, too many factors. Half of her face is shutting down. Oh, hell no, man.
I agree with P. That poor woman with the Bell's palsy and pregnancy thing. Like, people don't deserve shit like that. But yeah, I didn't even know that shit was a risk. When risks like that are happening, things that can be super detrimental to your own body, but you're letting Ray-Rays and Pookies get you pregnant by 3 different Ray-Rays, 4 different Pookies. Women, do better. Protect yourself. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.